It's 3:47 a.m. Moscow under fire. 4 drones outsmarted a $20 million defense. Welcome to Warriors Hub.
Imagine this, $400,000 worth of flying machines, taking down $20 million worth of missiles. A swarm of drones built from plywood, off-the-shelf electronics, and raw ingenuity, defeating some of the most advanced defense systems ever made. It sounds impossible. But today, from the skies over Ukraine to the waters of the Red Sea, that exact scenario is unfolding. Cheap drones are rewriting the cost of war and the rules of power. For more than a century, warfare has been built on a simple logic. Better weapons cost more money. The more advanced your technology, the safer you are. That logic worked until the drone arrived. Missile defenses were designed for a different age. An age of supersonic jets, ballistic missiles, and predictable flight paths. Systems like the Patriot, NASAMS, and the Standard missile families were meant to shoot down the fastest and deadliest threats on Earth. Each interceptor cost millions, each launch carefully calculated. Then came the small, slow, unpredictable enemy, drones. They fly low, they fly cheap, and they don't stop coming. Suddenly, a system worth billions could be overwhelmed by a handful of flying lawnmowers with explosives strapped underneath. The math no longer adds up, and the defenders are starting to lose the economic war. In today's conflicts, the difference between attack and defense costs isn't measured in percentages, it's measured in magnitudes. A single Iranian-made Shahed drone costs roughly $20,000 to $50,000. To shoot it down, many militaries fire missiles costing over $1 million each. That's a cost-exchange ratio of 20 to 1, sometimes worse. Every drone destroyed is a financial victory for the attacker. And even when the defenders win tactically, they're bleeding strategically, $1 million at a time. It's called being on the wrong side of the cost curve. You can win every engagement and still lose the war of economics. Nowhere is this clearer than in Ukraine. There, the night sky hums with the engines of Shahed drones, cheap, expendable, relentless. They attack power stations, radar sites, ammunition depots. Each one may do limited damage, but together they drain the defender's resources and stamina. Ukraine responds with ingenuity, building its own drones from plywood and 3D printers. The AG-400 is Shahed, a Ukrainian strike drone. Costs under $30,000. They launch in swarms, guided by tablet-based software and off-the-shelf cameras. Their goal is not just destruction, it's exhaustion. To make Russian air defenses fire off missiles worth more than the drones themselves, and it's working. Even a few $100,000 worth of drones can force the enemy to spend tens of millions trying to stop them. The cost-exchange gap becomes a weapon all its own. At sea, the same story plays out. In the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, naval ships face waves of cheap drones launched by Houthi forces. They dive toward radar masts, ship decks, and fuel tanks. Low, fast, erratic. To stop them, modern warships often use the only tools they have: million-dollar interceptors designed to destroy aircraft and cruise missiles. In some cases, a $2 million missile is fired to eliminate a target worth less than the price of a pickup truck. Every interception is a success on paper, but each one hurts the budget, the readiness, and the sustainability of the fleet. For the first time in decades, the world's most powerful navies are learning what it feels like to be economically outgunned. But militaries are adapting fast. They're developing smaller interceptors, laser systems, and electronic warfare tools. Lasers promise near zero cost per shot, just electricity, though they still struggle with range and power. Many missiles like Sweden's Nimbrix are designed specifically to take down drones for a fraction of the old price. And some nations are deploying interceptor drones, robotic hunters that chase and ram their targets in midair. The battlefield is transforming into a digital chessboard. AI-driven drones hunt other drones. Jamars disrupt control signals, and entire strategies are shifting from a precision strike to a mass saturation. The age of the drone isn't just about technology, it's about affordability at scale. So what does a $400,000 of drones beat $20 million in missiles really mean? It's not a single battle, it's a symbol, a few $100,000 worth of UAV, perhaps 20 or 30, forcing an enemy to launch a dozen interceptors worth tens of millions. Even if every drone is shot down, the attacker still wins the exchange. That's the essence of cost attrition, victory through economics. Warfare used to favor the richest and most technologically advanced. Now, it rewards the fastest and most adaptable. A team of engineers with laptops and soldering irons can challenge a military superpower, and sometimes they do. This new dynamic is changing everything. It's reshaping how militaries plan, spend, and fight. It's empowering smaller nations and irregular forces. And it's forcing defense giants to question decades of design philosophy. We're witnessing the rise of the drone doctrine, layered defenses, adaptive AI systems, and the blending of electronic warfare with traditional firepower. Budgets once spent on a few high-end interceptors are now divided among thousands of cheaper systems. The industrial landscape of defense is shifting from slow monolithic programs to rapid decentralized innovation. But this revolution comes with danger. If cheap drones can outnumber expensive defenses, the line between military and civilian vulnerability blurs. Power plants, ports, and even urban centers become exposed to weaponized swarms. The future battlefield is everywhere, and everyone is a potential target. We are entering an era where power isn't measured by the size of your missile, but by how many drones you can build, launch, and lose without going broke. The wars of the future will not be won only by precision, but by persistence. The drone revolution proves a simple, unsettling truth. Technology no longer guarantees dominance. Creativity does. A few $100,000 of ingenuity can humble $20 million of engineering. And somewhere in a workshop lit by the blue glow of a laptop screen, the next wave of innovation is already taking shape, lighter, cheaper, and deadlier than before. Because in the new economics of war, the missile may kill the drone, but the drone might just bankrupt the missile. Fade out.
Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay fearless. This is Warriors Hub.